Humanity had always been an anomaly in the galaxy, tenacious, adaptive, and annoyingly hard to kill. But on Vraxis 7, the infamous death world of the Outer Rift, the galaxy's most dangerous species gathered to mock the newest arrival, humans, the death world's warriors-scaled beasts. Armored titans, telepathic predators trained in the massive arena known as the Pit of Ruin for millennia. They had believed themselves unmatched. Today, they would learn otherwise, and it would begin with two humans, Rose Halley and James Mercer, representatives of Earth's Recon Division. To the galaxy, they were researchers. To humanity, they were something else entirely. They were Boogeymen, the whispered specialists sent only when the mission required impossible results. Chapter 1. The MOCKRY from the observation balcony carved into black volcanic stone. A dozen alien commanders looked down at Rose and James with contempt. "These soft-skinned bipeds?" scoffed General Krath of the Varkal. "They won't last a minute in the pit." A telepathic Luthari laughed, her crystalline antennae chiming. "They come from a world barely rated Class 3 hazard. And they dare to set foot on our death world?" Rose stood in the pit, hands clasped behind her back, calm as a frozen lake. Tall, graceful, with red gold hair tied in a perfect knot. She looked more like a diplomat than a fighter. James was her opposite, quiet, broad-shouldered, carved from discipline. His blue eyes scanned the terrain with mathematical precision. Neither reacted to the insults echoing across the arena. Only when the Vraxan arena speaker boomed did they lift their heads. "Humans! Your trial begins in 60 seconds. Survive or perish. The galaxy watches." James exhaled. Rose smirked. The commanders above laughed again. "Humans will die before the first wave," said Krath. "That," Rose murmured, "sounds like something someone with very poor data would say." James chuckled softly. "They're going to regret underestimating us." Chapter 2. First W. Via the arena gates opened with a thunderous roar. From the shadows crawled the Ravager packfast. Armored quadrupeds with serrated mandibles capable of shredding steel. The crowd cheered. "The humans didn't move," Rose whispered. "Ready?" James nodded. "After you." The Ravagers charged. The aliens leaned forward, expecting screams. Instead, they witnessed something horrifying. The Ravagers slowed. Their legs buckled. They collapsed one by one, convulsing violently before falling still. Not one reached the humans. The arena fell silent. "General," Krath's voice cracked. What did they do?" Rose tapped her wrist device. "A simple disruption field. Ravagers have sensitive electroneurons. We warned your briefing officer. He didn't listen." James shrugged. "Not our fault your apex predators run on bad wiring." A murmur of fear rippled through the commanders. The humans hadn't even drawn weapons. Chapter 3. Second W. The arena roared again as the ground itself split open, releasing the Titan Ogreth, a towering beast of obsidian armor and molten breath, a true deathworld monster. "Now they die," whispered the Luthari telepath. The Titan roared and charged, leaving glowing footprints in its wake. James finally stepped forward. To the alien eyes. He vanished. One heartbeat he was standing beside Rose, and the next he was a blur of motion, moving with terrifying precision and speed. Humans were not supposed to move like that. The Titan swung its molten fist. James slid beneath it, planted a device on its exposed underarm joint, and rolled away in one effortless motion. Beep, beep. Kershboom! The shape charge detonated, blowing off the Titan's entire arm. The beast howled. James appeared beside Rose again like he had never moved. She tilted her head. 7 seconds. "New record?" "Could have been 5, he said, annoyed. "Terrain's uneven." The Titan stumbled, collapsing into molten rubble. This time the commanders didn't speak. They stared. Because now they understood. These humans were not ordinary soldiers. They were trained on Earth, the galaxy's highest-rated death world by accident. Not designed. Chapter 4. The elite ASSASSINS. The final door opened. Out stepped the arena's ultimate champions, the Shadow Claws, teleporting assassins. The death world's deadliest. Even the commanders grew nervous. Surely, whispered Krath. Even humans cannot fight them. In a blink, the assassins vanished. The humans were surrounded by invisible killers. A flare of shimmering distortion appeared behind. Rose an assassin mid-strike. She didn't turn. Her hand snapped backward with impossible accuracy, catching the assassin's wrist mid-materialization. She twisted and the creature vanished in a burst of blue particles. James moved like a storm, intercepting distortions before they fully formed. Striking with zero hesitation, the assassins tried everything: blind spots, teleport feints, cloaking pulses. Nothing worked. Rose moved like a dancer. James moved like a guillotine. One by one, the assassins fell. When the last shadow claw died in a burst of fading light, the arena remained deathly still. No cheers, no mocking laughter, only silence, because the galaxy had finally realized the truth. Humanity didn't send their best to the death world. They sent two. Chapter 5, The Boogeymen Reviolata. Trembling Commander activated the arena intercom. Humans. What are you? James wiped dust from his gloves. Researchers, Rose added, smiling with a calm that chilled every creature present. Field analysts. The Luthari telepath swallowed hard. You fight like monsters. Rose's eyes softened, but her voice remained deadly calm. On Earth, we call people like us something else. The commanders leaned in. We're not soldiers, Rose continued. We're not champions. James finished the sentence. We're the boogeymen they send when they don't want, war. A shiver ran through the ranks of every species present. The galaxy had mocked humanity as weak. Now they understood. Humanity had been holding back out of courtesy. Epilogue. The galaxy tier imbile 3 hours later. The Deathworld's council literally kneeled before Rose and James, offering treaties, alliances, and desperate apologies. The two humans simply recorded their data, thanked them politely, and prepared to leave as their shuttle lifted off. Rose glanced down at the arena. Think they learned the lesson? James nodded. Oh, yeah. They'll tell stories about today. Rose smirked. Good. Then humanity won't have to remind them again. Far below, the Deathworld's greatest warriors whispered a phrase that would spread across the galaxy. Like wildfire, never provoke Earth. If these two were just researchers, imagine the ones they call soldiers. Humanity had once been mocked. Now their name made the galaxy tremble.